Hello friend, welcome to Marine Engineering Hub. Today we are going to talk about chain drive link. Today we are going to see what are the material of chain drive, how it is constructed. After that we will see with the this image how basically the thing are arranged. After that we are going to check what are the inspection we are going to carry out in a chain drive, okay, and what are the examination we are going to make. And after that I will show you what are the defects which occur in a chain drive. So stick to the last of the video. You will learn quite a lot after the video where you have a clear concept. But before beginning the video, I want to tell you that I'm going to make a series of the chain drive in which I'm going to explain everything which is required for MO class 2 and MO class 4, means removal, chain drive link, basic inspection, defect, how a chain drive work, how different type of drives like chain drive, gear drive, what are the differences, what are the defects, everything will be explained. Once the series is complete, I hope you will have a clear idea of the chain drive. So you can go to the play section and you can see the chain drive from there also. So let's begin the video about the chain drive link. So as you can see in my this pic, this is the side plate. This is called side plate link. This is called roller link plate, and this is called side link plate. Okay, and this is the pin, and this is the bushing, and this is the roller. So basically, this pin is inserted inside a bushing, okay, and a roller is fitted around a bushing, and this pin and bushing are free to rotate, but this bushing is press fitted. Now let me make you a little bit clear to you by the image you will see here. So basically, as you can see here, this is the pin, this is the roller, and inside the pin and roller is the bushing. This is a roller plate, and this is the side link. So as you can see in this image, as I have told you, that the pin is reverted to the side plate but free to rotate within the bushing, okay, and the bushing is press fitted into the side plate, and the roller which is wrapped around the bushing is also free to rotate. Now once the pin is located, the end of the pin is riveted so that to make it a concrete complete structure. Now let me tell you what are the material of the all these links. So basically the roller links and the side links are made up of nickel chrome molybdenum steel. So as I have told you that this nickel chrome and molybdenum, these are the three material which is alloyed in the steel to have a to give the steel component like wear resistance, toughness, and resistance to corrosion. So therefore we are using these three components. And as you know, the bush is subjected to harsh condition. It is also made up of chrome molybdenum steel. Now let's see what I have written here. In construction, each pin link consists of two pin reverted to the two side plate. So this is the pin link. Okay, this is the pin link which consists of two side plate reverted, okay, between the means each pin link consists of two side plate reverted to each other, okay, and a roller link means this link, okay, this roller link consists of two roller, means if you consider this thing, a roller link consists of two roller, okay, free to rotate on bushing as I have told you, which are press fitted into the side plate. The pin fit within the bushing of the two adjacent roller link. Alternative links are riveted to form an endless chain of correct length. So basically what I mean to say, you will get a clear idea by seeing this image, is this, that if you suppose this is a roller link, okay, this roller link consists of two roller link plate consists of two roller link, okay, and which is been fitted with a two pin and two side plate. Or you can say that if you consider the side plate, one pin consists of two side plate, two side plate, and two one roller with a two roller link. So vice versa means whatever you want to say. But as you can see in this image, the sprocket of the chain drive will engage in between these two roller and will try to rotate the thing. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you that this chain drive is always found in pair means either 2, 4 or 6 like that. Okay. As you can see, this image also give you a clear idea. This is the side plate, this is the roller plate, and this is the roller, and the pin is provided inside, which is debating against each other and holding it up, and the boost is provided inside, which is press fitted. So I hope you have given you a clear idea means how this pin roller everything is attached. Now one more thing I want to tell you, in class 2 a question is asked what is the pitch of a chain drive. So basically the distance between the two pin from a center line, that is called pitch of a chain drive. Okay, so means as you can see, or you can say the distance from the center of a bushing to the another center of a bushing, that is also called a pitch of a chain drive, vice versa. I hope you understand. Now let's move to the next slide, how we are going to carry out the inspection of a chain drive. So basically before carrying out a chain inspection, something we need to take care. Inspection in the chain drive need to be carried out at after a specific interval period of running. Okay. Before carrying out the check, following thing need to be done. Means before checking, we need to check, make sure first certain things are stopped. Right? First, engine should be stopped, turning gear should be engaged, air start system should be shut, indicator cock should be open as we are going to rotate the engine to inspect the chain, and propeller clearance to be taken as we are going to rotate so that the propeller should be clear, and a toolbox meeting should be made so that we can make aware what we are going to do and the tasks can be carried out in a brief amount of time with much efficiency. And we must carry out the RA means what are the risk assessment involved. Now let's see what are the inspection we are going to carry out in a chain drive. So basically, what we are going to do, we are going to check. First, sprocket wheel teeth must be examined for wear. Maximum wear is 3.5 mm for larger chain engine. So what I mean to say, as you have seen this sprocket, okay, this should be checked for wear and maximum amount is 3.5. Okay. One more thing, we also measure the depth of the sprocket, and if there is a wear, there is also a certain rate by how much the wear is acceptable in a limit. Basically, how we are going to do, as you are seeing, to measure the wear of the teeth, we are placing a scale. So we also place a scale here to measure the depth of the sprocket wheel, and if it is out of limit, we should also change it. Now let's see, also there is a guide bar provided, means here as you can see this is a guide bar. Okay, this is a guide bar, this is a guide bar. Okay, so guide bar basically consists of rubber lining, so we must check the rubber lining condition whenever we are inspecting the chain drive. Now to ensure proper lubrication, lube oil spraying hole is provided, means someone here. Okay, so lube oil sprayer is provided. That spraying nozzle condition means nozzle is choke or not, or nozzle condition is properly atomizing, is properly spraying or not, that we will check. And also we'll check the pipe condition for any leakage. Means basically what we are going to do, we are going to start a pump for a little amount of time and we'll see the nozzle injection. After that, we will also examine visually the outside condition of the lubal pipes and lubal nozzles for any deformation, anything. Okay. And after that, we will check the whole length of a chain for any possible fatigue crack. Means like sometime crack occur because of fatigue. As you know, it is subjected to cyclic stress of continuously tensioning and loosening. Okay, and therefore it need to be checked for a fatigue crack. Now, check the condition of roller bushing and side pedaling for any wear and glazing surface indicating rubbing against the surface. I mean, basically, as you can see, this is here you can see means a crack is occur and erosion is occur because of some rubbing or means a part of a roller blink bushing is worn out here as you can see. So this thing we need to check. Means after that we'll check the condition of this pin here. We'll check this sprocket condition. We'll check this bushing condition. We'll check that this roller has any crack or not. This link pin is crack or not. So basically, we have to check many things. Okay, and after that, we'll check this here guide bar. Okay, we'll check means this lube spray nozzle here. So basically, this thing we need to continuously monitor after a specific running period of time to ensure that the chain drive is working fine. Okay, now what are defect which you can see? Basically, as you can see here, this is the ruler link I have told you. This is the pin link from pin to pin. Okay. Now, one thing is occur crack and pitting on the roller caused by overloading, vibration, and lubrication failure. Means sometime what happen? Suppose because of overloading or vibration means vibration is continuously present in the engine. Okay, and lubrication failure. These are the thing which cause crack and pitting mark on a roller. Okay, so this thing we need to check whenever we are inspecting a chain drive. After that, we will also see whether the means we will make sure that this roller is free to rotate. Okay, this roller is free to rotate. Now, after that, we will see that otherwise seize roller caused by the lack of lubrication means if the roller is not rotating it means the problem is lubrication. So what till now what you have learned that lubrication is the main factor which we need to check. We make sure that most of the failure occur because of lubrication. So we have to make sure that lubrication is properly being carried out of a chain drive. After that, we will see the bright mark on a side plate and a wheel side caused by misalignment of a chain. Misalignment also occur, as you can see, misalignment also occur if the chain is not properly tightened. If the chain is not properly tightened, the chain drive may rub against the engine lining walls. Okay, and therefore there might be a bright shining mark on the roller or on the side plate. So that we need to take care. We need to continuously check. Okay, means it is continuously having or that not. Okay, and after that we will check this rubber lining as I have told you of the guide rail whether it is properly or not damaged. Okay, not that we'll check. And as I have told you lubrication nozzle is also need to be checked which can damage the nozzles because of the chain slack chain. So so one thing in a synopsis I want to tell you means when you are going for a chain drive this guide bar link chain we will check. We'll check for a slack chain. We'll check for a bright mark on a chain drive. We'll check that whether this bushing is rotating or not. We'll check this depth. We'll check the means wear. We'll check this link plate for any bite mark. We'll check the slackness. So all these things will check. So I hope I've given you a brief idea about the thing. Now I hope you have learned in this video means how the chain drive work and how the chain drive inspection need to be carried out. So please friend, please do like and subscribe my video and please share if you like it. Image credit goes to marinediesel.co.uk. Thank you friend.